Dear one, have you ever felt like someone was running from a love that was too real, too pure, too honest for them to handle? A love so true it scared them into silence? That silence is about to break wide open, and what comes next was written for you. If these words land somewhere deep inside you right now, if your heart feels a little tug as you read this, drop the word breakthrough below so the universe knows you are ready to receive it. Let that one small word be your yes to what is coming. This is the confession the universe has been quietly preparing behind the scenes. They never planned to fall this deeply, but something bigger than logic had another plan for them. Some loves are not built by the mind. They are whispered into the soul by something far greater than either of you. This is one of those loves, the kind you cannot shake off, the kind that keeps finding its way back to you, no matter how many times life tries to pull it apart. Even when everything around them said walk away, something inside them kept saying stay. They have been running from their own heart, trying to quiet the thoughts, trying to numb the feelings. But when the universe writes something into your story, you cannot erase it just because you are afraid. And right now they are breaking open, not because they are weak, but because the weight of pretending has finally become too heavy to carry alone. They want you. They want this. They want forever with you. But here is the honest truth. They almost let fear win. They almost missed you completely. They almost let a little delay turn into a permanent goodbye. And now something inside them is pushing hard, telling them it is time to choose you for good. But first, there is something they need to say out loud. Something they have kept buried because it scared them more than anything ever has. They were afraid of your light, afraid of your quiet strength, afraid of being truly seen by someone like you. Someone who carries such gentle grace, who loves without games or manipulation, who reflects something so pure with every word they speak. They were not used to love like that. Nobody ever taught them how to receive something so real. They expected you to be like everyone else who let them down, until you simply were not. You showed up with honesty, with kindness, with no hidden agenda, and it shook them to their core. They did not know how to hold something that genuine in their hands. So they pulled away. They acted distant. They pretended not to care. But inside, they were falling apart because the moment they truly saw you, they understood that this was a second chance, a better chance, a chance to finally get love right. And with that understanding came fear. Fear of ruining it. Fear of not being enough. Fear of letting you down. So instead of talking it through, they hid. They held back. They fumbled the words. But that season is over now. This is their moment of truth. This is their surrender. This is where their transformation truly begins. They are ready to say it plainly. They pushed you away because they loved you more than they knew how to handle. Let that settle in your heart for a moment. They stayed quiet not because they did not feel anything, but because they felt everything, and it overwhelmed them completely. They wanted to be ready before they came to you. They wanted to show up as the whole, healed partner you deserve. But they felt behind. They felt unworthy. They felt like they were not capable of loving you the way you needed. Yet something greater has been working on them, gently wrestling with their insecurities, reminding them again and again of who they truly are underneath all that fear. And now they are finally seeing clearly. You were never sent to intimidate them. You were sent to inspire them, to hold space for them, to walk beside them, to love them into their own healing. And that changes absolutely everything. There is an old and beautiful line of wisdom that says, "Do not be afraid, for a greater strength is with you. Do not be discouraged, for you are held, you are supported, you are lifted by a power far greater than your own fear." They are no longer hiding from that truth. They are choosing. choosing growth, choosing faith in what is possible, choosing you. And the universe wants you to know something important. You did not lose anything by waiting. You planted patience. You planted love. And now you are about to harvest the reward of both. The tables are turning. What once felt confusing is becoming clear. What felt delayed is now being rushed forward. What was silent is about to become loud with confirmation. They are ready to pursue you, to rebuild trust, to express what they feel, to protect what you have. No more games. No more guessing. No more disappearing acts. They want a real life with you. They want to grow old beside you. They want to build a peaceful, meaningful future together. You are the answer they almost stopped believing they could have. But now they believe it, and so does everything guiding them toward you. That is why this message is finding its way to you right now. Do not lose hope. Do not assume it is over. Do not think for 1 second that you have been forgotten. This is not the end of your story. This is the shift. Everything is aligning, even the messy parts, even the pieces you do not fully understand yet. You are not being ignored. You are being prepared and positioned for something better. Because when they finally come to you, they will come changed. They will come more mature. They will come with proof that they truly worked on becoming someone capable of loving you the way you deserve. If your heart needed to hear this today, comment the words, "I am ready" below, just so this moment feels a little more real, a little more shared between us. They were tired of pretending, tired of acting like they never noticed your worth, tired of hiding behind pride and fear, because no matter how far they tried to run, your presence stayed in their heart like a gentle, steady echo. It was never just attraction. It was never just timing. It was something deeper, something that felt arranged by a force bigger than coincidence. You were the answer they did not know how to receive gracefully. You were the gift they thought was too good to be real. You were the person they quietly felt grateful for, even during the times they had no idea how to hold on to you properly. And now they understand something important. This is not just a passing feeling. This is a commitment forming. This goes deeper than butterflies. This is a kind of soul recognition, a sense that something meant to happen is finally happening, and that kind of alignment does not happen by accident. There is a beautiful truth that says all things work together for the good of those who keep showing up with love and purpose. You are part of that unfolding purpose. They see it now, they feel it now, and they simply cannot ignore it anymore. They tried to distract themselves. They tried dating other people. They tried convincing themselves that what they felt for you was not really that deep. But nothing worked. Nothing filled the empty space. Nothing came close to the calm, steady peace they felt whenever your name crossed their mind. Even in the quiet, even from a distance, you were somehow the loudest, most comforting presence in their life. They felt your good energy toward them. They felt your quiet support even when you were not physically near. And it moved them deeply, because how could someone love so purely, so patiently, so gently, without ever demanding anything in return? They finally realized you were never trying to control them. You were trying to help them become free. Free from old patterns, free from past pain, free from the belief that they did not deserve something real and lasting. And that is the moment everything began to shift for them. The tears started. The reflections started. The healing started, all because of the quiet strength of your presence, your light, and your refusal to settle for anything less than something true. Now they are ready, not perfect, but ready. Ready to grow, ready to show up, ready to build something lasting, ready to love in a way they have never loved before, because you deserve exactly that. You do not deserve confusion. You deserve steady, reliable consistency. You do not deserve more delay. You deserve the good future that is meant for you. They know they cannot wait any longer. They know this is the moment. They can feel something bigger nudging them forward, clearing the blocks, softening the path, covering the process with a gentle kind of grace. And love, real love, is doing what fear could never do. It is breaking down old walls. It is shifting timelines that once felt stuck. It is quietly creating small miracles. This is a meaningful moment. Can you feel it? Nothing about this connection has been an accident. The hard seasons were not for nothing. The waiting was not wasted. This bond is carrying something powerful. This bond is carrying breakthrough. This bond is carrying a kind of quiet glory that only comes after real growth. You are about to be pursued like never before, with clarity, with intention, with real honor. The kind of pursuit that mirrors the steadiest, most unshakable kind of love there is. Because they know now that you are their true match, their answered hope, their meant-to-be person. And they are done running. They are done pretending. They are done delaying what their heart already knows. This is the hour. This is the shift. This is the move. They are about to choose you boldly, openly, faithfully. If any of this feels true for you, comment "It's my time" below and let this moment be witnessed. Here is the part they never told anyone. The secret they buried deep inside. They almost gave up on love completely. They almost walked away for good. They almost believed the lie that they were too broken to ever be someone's dear one. But then something greater showed them you. Not just your face, not just your outer beauty, but your quiet strength. The kind of strength that does not shout. It simply holds steady. It supports. It covers. They watched how you moved through life with grace. How you loved without playing games. How you waited without becoming bitter. And it surprised them because they were used to chaos, used to being tested, used to pain in relationships. But you brought them peace instead. There is an old teaching that says a steady mind is kept in perfect peace when it stays anchored in trust. Because of you, they began to trust again. Because of you, they felt safe again. Because of you, they started dreaming again. Because of you, something numb inside them slowly came back to life. Dreams that had gone quiet, desires that had gone still, hope that had felt lost. All of it began to stir again because of your steady light. Now they are no longer confused. They know you are the one meant for them. They tried to deny it, tried to hide from it, tried to delay it, but something kept gently pulling them back. Their inner voice kept whispering. The dreams kept coming. And now they are surrendering to love, to growth, to you. They are ready to confess something that might genuinely surprise you. They have not just thought about you, they have cried over you. They have stood in front of the mirror asking why they feel so drawn to you, so moved, so exposed by their own feelings. It is because you carry the answer they have been searching for. You carry their peace. You carry the key to a future they once thought they did not deserve. But now they are choosing differently. They are choosing courage over fear, healing over hiding, real commitment over confusion, because they have realized something that feels eternal. You are not just someone they want. You are someone the universe seems to want for them too. This feels like true alignment. This feels like a soul confirming something. This feels like a quiet awakening. They know that doubt tried to block this. Distraction tried to pull them away. Fear tried to lie to them. But truth always has the final say. Old wounds are being restored. Broken bridges are being rebuilt. This connection is being brought back to life. There is a lovely old promise that says what was lost to hard seasons will be restored again. And now that restoration is beginning, with trembling hands, with honest tears, with a bold confession that has been held in for far too long. I choose you. I need you. I am ready to build something real with you. This is what they have been carrying quietly. This is what is about to pour out of them. And when it does, you will not just feel loved. You will feel truly seen. So get ready. The silence is breaking. The delay is ending. The love is rising. This story feels sacred. This story feels protected. And this story is about to move faster than you expect, because everything seems to be speeding up around it. Comment "My story is speeding up" below to mark this moment as yours. Your story is unfolding. Your name has been sitting quietly on their heart, and their confession is almost here. They have been practicing what they will say. Even if their voice shakes, even if they cry, even if they need to pause between sentences, they have rehearsed this 1,000 times in their head. How to tell you that you have been on their mind all along, even when they did not fully realize it, even when they ran, even when they doubted. The thread between you never truly broke. The feeling never really left. The pull only grew stronger with time. You have been on their mind more than you know, in the quiet moments, in the middle of a crowd, sitting in traffic, lying awake at night. Their heart has been quietly reaching for you. They thought about you and wished you well, and somehow that same wish seemed to echo right back to them. This does not feel like ordinary love. This feels like a meaningful, almost destined connection. There is an old saying that many are the plans a person makes in their heart, but a deeper purpose is the one that truly prevails. And dear one, that deeper purpose is prevailing now. Even if it took longer than you hoped, even if it felt uncertain along the way, even if your heart almost let go, something is asking you to hold on. They are ready to choose you for good, and their spirit already knows what yours has quietly confirmed. You are not just a passing desire. You are meant to be here. You are the answer to something you have been quietly hoping for. You are the fulfillment of a long-held dream. You deserve the very best kind of love, not something second-rate. They were afraid you would not feel the same. They were afraid they had missed their window. They were afraid their flaws made them unworthy. But something greater has been ministering gently to their thoughts, surrounding their mind, clearing the path ahead of them. And now they are not afraid anymore. Here is their urgent confession. They never stopped loving you, not even for 1 second, even through the silence, even through the distance, even through the denial. The love never actually left. They are about to make it known, publicly, clearly, without shame, because hiding love hurts far more than confessing it ever could. Holding it in is no longer an option for them. They are not waiting for approval anymore. They are not afraid of what others might think. They simply want to build with you, to walk beside you, to grow with you, to love you, for good. They are ready, and this is your quiet confirmation that everything is aligning. This story has a purpose, and it is time to turn the page. Comment, "I'm ready for alignment" below if this feels like your moment. Because dear one, they are truly ready. Their heart is open, and the confession is coming. They almost reached out to you in the middle of the night. Tears in their eyes, phone in their hand, fingers trembling as they typed your name and then stopped. They stared at the screen, took a deep breath, and asked for the strength to be honest, because this is not just a passing message. This is the moment their soul has been quietly waiting for. They have had dreams. They have felt an unexplainable sense of peace when thinking of you. And now they know this is not fantasy. This is not simple infatuation. This feels like a deep and honest confirmation. They are convinced. They are awake to it now. They are ready. But it was not always this easy for them. They had to wrestle with self-doubt. They had to face their fears honestly. They had to heal from old wounds they never told you about. And all of that was preparation, not punishment, because their heart needed time to soften and grow before it could be presented to you in its fullest, healthiest form. You needed a true partner, not just passion. You needed protection, not just pretty promises. You needed steady leadership, not just longing glances. And behind the scenes, life was quietly polishing their soul, stirring their heart, softening their mind, until they could finally say, I choose this person for life. You may have felt forgotten during that waiting season, but really you were being protected, saved from being chosen too soon, saved from being pursued half-heartedly, saved from being loved by someone who was not truly ready yet. The timing was being held until it could be right for both of you. There is a gentle old truth that says when the time is right, everything moves quickly, and dear one, that time is now. They do not want to waste another second. They want to show up fully. They want to speak honestly. They want to confess everything they once tried to suppress, because this was never just about falling in love. This is about standing firmly in commitment. This is about choosing each other again and again, through every storm, through every mountain, through every quiet valley. Their confession may genuinely surprise you, because you never knew how deep it truly went. They have talked about you to people close to them. They have quietly asked for guidance, wondering if it was too late. And the answer that kept coming back was, no, it is time. You were never a backup plan. You were always the meant-to-be moment, and it is approaching quickly, almost like lightning across the sky. They will speak, and when they do, you will feel it confirmed somewhere deep inside you. Comment, the timing is now, below to claim this moment as yours. Because, dear one, their urgent confession is really a doorway to your future together. They have been holding it in, but something inside them is finally pushing them to release it. They cannot keep running. They cannot fake being at peace when you are the one they truly miss. Their confession is not casual. It is life-changing. They need you to know that you have never been ordinary to them. Even when they ignored the connection, even when they brushed it off, even when they spent time with other people, no one ever truly replaced you in their heart. You hold a space inside them that nothing else could fill. They tried to forget you and could not. They tried to move on, but every path somehow led them right back to you, because something about this connection feels sealed, and what feels truly sealed is not easily undone. Now they are ready to speak, ready to be brave, ready to risk looking a little foolish just to stay true to what they feel for you. They are ready to say, I choose you. I have always chosen you quietly in my heart. I just needed time to become someone worthy of this kind of love. You never demanded perfection from them. You only asked for honesty. And now they are bringing exactly that, unfiltered, real, raw, and deeply heartfelt. Their confession will move you, because it will show you that you were right to wait. You were right to protect your heart. You were right to hope instead of chase. You were right to believe that if something is meant to be, it comes back with proof. And this is your proof. They are about to reach out. They are about to open their heart like never before. They are about to speak from the deepest, most honest place inside them. And this time they will not hold back, because they know if they wait any longer, they might miss this chance completely. They see your worth clearly now. They see everything you carry. They see that your love is not only romantic, it is healing. It feels like home. And something inside them has confirmed that this is their moment. So they are quietly preparing the words. They are preparing the space. They are preparing their whole life to include you fully. No more hiding. No more excuses. No more fear. This is not just a confession. This is a surrender. They are laying down their pride, their old plans, their old timeline, just to say, "You are the one meant for me." There is a gentle old line that says, "Delight in what is good and true, and your heart's honest desires will be given to you." You are the honest desire of their heart, and now the moment has come. Comment, "This is my confirmation," below if these words feel like they were written just for you. This is the part where everything shifts, because when their heart finally opens, your life will feel different in the best way. They have rehearsed this 100 times, but this time it will not feel rehearsed anymore. This will feel real. This will feel raw. This will feel like a true unveiling, a heart opening fully at last. And it will start with these simple words. "I made mistakes, but I never stopped loving you." They will tell you how scared they truly were, how unready they felt for the weight of your love, how they feared they might ruin something so meaningful. So they pulled away instead. Not because they did not care, but because they cared so much they did not know how to handle it. They were used to chaos. You felt too peaceful. They were used to pretending. You made them feel truly real, and somehow that scared them more than heartbreak ever did. But the truth they are carrying now feels heavier than their fear ever was, and it is breaking them wide open in the best possible way. It is making them brave. They have noticed small signs. They have had meaningful dreams. They have felt a quiet inner nudge in the stillness of the night saying, "Go back, go speak, go love," and this time they are listening. There is an old promise that says honest words spoken with intention do not simply disappear. They return in their own perfect time. That hope you quietly carried, that vision you held onto through uncertainty, it is returning now with tears, with truth, and with timing that only feels possible through something greater than coincidence. You hoped for their awakening, and now they truly are awake. Awake to the cost of waiting too long. Awake to the ache of being apart. Awake to the quiet beauty of what you offered them, even during the times they did not fully appreciate it. They are about to say things you never imagined hearing, not because you were unworthy of hearing them, but because it took real inner work to get them here. They will say, "You were the one. You were always the one. I just could not believe someone like you was real." And you will feel something shift inside you. You will feel a kind of quiet joy. You will feel this moment settle into place like it was always meant to happen. You have waited. You have felt heavy days. You have kept your faith even while feeling weary. And now what you have been hoping for is finally coming toward you. They are ready to build, not just visit the idea, not just test the waters, not just feel something briefly. They are ready to commit, to choose, to show up fully. This love will not be perfect, but it will be honest, and what survives real hardship tends to last. Their confession is soaked in genuine reflection, but also in real hope. They believe in something between you that never actually stopped, even beneath the surface. This is the moment you may have quietly sensed was coming, the confirmation your spirit felt long before your eyes could see it clearly. This is a breakthrough that breaks through every old barrier. Comment, "This is my moment," below and let it be known. This process is not late. It has simply been unfolding at exactly the right pace, and this confession is coming right on time. They will finally say it, and this time they will not disappear afterward. They will look you in the eyes and say the thing they once buried so deeply. "I was afraid you would leave once you saw how imperfect I really was." But you did not. You stayed steady. You kept a good heart toward me, and that changed everything for them. They were surrounded by noise and distraction, but your quiet steadiness spoke louder than all of their fears. They were caught in their own pride, but your gentle humility slowly softened their walls. They will admit it now. You were the one person they could never truly replace. The one they tried to distract themselves from, yet never stopped quietly thinking about. They have faced hard seasons. They have cried in private. They have wrestled with guilt. And through all of it, a quiet inner voice kept saying, "Go back to the one who held you in their thoughts and hopes. Go back to the one who still believes in you. Go back and choose them for good." There is a lovely old teaching that says a true blessing brings richness without adding sorrow to it. You are that kind of blessing, and they are finally ready to receive it fully. Their confession is not just words. It is action. It is presence. It is real pursuit. They are coming with clarity, with honesty, with commitment, and they will say, "I want you for life. I do not want to miss this chance again. I know now that you are not just a small chapter, you are my forever." You might feel a little emotional hearing it. You might even cry, but this moment feels like something worth celebrating, because it seems like it was always meant to happen. You are not settling anymore. You are being offered something steady and real. They understand now who you truly are and what they almost lost, and they are choosing not to let old fear win this time. There is no room for fear in love that is truly complete, and they are learning to love without fear now. Comment, "They will choose me," boldly below if this speaks to you. This feels like your season. This feels like their shift. And this is what real grace looks like when it moves through a story like yours. They are no longer running from love. They are running toward you. You stirred something deep and meaningful in them, something too real to keep ignoring, and everything around them seems to be supporting their next steps. They will reach out to you soon, and the first thing they say will not be small talk. They will say, "I owe you the truth. I owe you my whole heart. I want to start again, and is time do it the right way," because their heart has been quietly worked on through dreams, through unexpected signs, through moments they could not fully explain. Even when they tried to stay distracted, your presence kept quietly returning to their thoughts. Your voice echoed gently in their memory. Your good wishes for them stayed with them even in silence. There is an old line of wisdom that says you will hear a quiet voice behind you saying, "This is the way, walk in it," and that same quiet voice keeps guiding them toward you, toward alignment, toward what feels like their meant to be path. They are about to tell you things they have never told anyone else. They are about to feel emotional in front of you because the weight of hiding has become too heavy to keep carrying. They have looked confident on the outside, but inside they have been quietly longing for you, asking for guidance on how to fix what they once broke. But this is not just about fixing something. This is about fulfilling something meaningful. Nothing here is about recycling old pain. It is about revealing real purpose. Everything is changing now because they are finally ready to take honest accountability, and that is exactly what unlocks real restoration. They will tell you they were not ready back then, but they have grown through the hard seasons, shaped by the storms, and now they are coming to you with open eyes. They see you clearly now, and what they see feels meaningful and true. You were never asking for too much. You were simply asking the wrong timing to work, but now the timing is right and they have grown into the right person too. Comment, "This is the timing I've hoped for," below to seal this moment for yourself. The support around them is real, guidance is present, and your heart is about to be held the way it deserves. They have practiced what they will say over and over, in the mirror, in the car, during the quiet moments when they missed you the most. But the moment they see you again, all those rehearsed words will melt away, and what remains will be truth, tenderness, and a trembling voice that says, "I love you. I never stopped. I was scared, but now I am sure." They will finally say what they could not say before. They will tell you how they tried to forget you, but it never quite worked. Some connections, once formed, are simply not meant to be separated. And now they understand. This was never just a passing crush. It was a calling, a kind of commitment waiting patiently for the right timing. You were not just someone who made them smile. You were someone who helped them grow. And that kind of love does not fade with time. It deepens. They will admit that you made them feel truly seen in ways that quietly scared them, because your love had no hidden agenda, and they did not always know how to hold something that pure. But real inner work has softened their heart, and now they are coming, not just with apologies, but with alignment, with honest answers, with real action. They want to build something lasting, not just revisit something old. And this time it will not feel shaky. It will feel steady and meaningful. Their mind is being renewed. Their focus is being cleared of old distractions, because nothing feels more important to them now than this moment, this chance, this meaningful love. Comment, "I am ready for real love" below if you feel this in your spirit. You are not forgotten. You are valued deeply. And the person you love is quietly gathering the courage to choose you without fear. There is a calm stillness in their spirit right now. Not empty, not confused, but focused. It is the quiet before a meaningful shift, the calm before something beautiful begins to move. They know what is at stake. They have felt what life is like without you, and it left a lasting ache. Even surrounded by other people, even while laughing along with everyone else, even while trying to act unaffected, nothing else has ever felt quite like home the way you did. That is why they are going to choose you, not only emotionally, not only romantically, but on a deeper level too. They have come to understand what real love actually looks like. It is patient. It is kind. It does not need to prove itself loudly. And most of all, it does not run away just because something feels too good to be true. You felt like too much goodness for them to process at first, and that made them question everything. How could something this meaningful be meant for them? But now they know, because the signs kept confirming it gently. Your presence kept appearing in their dreams. Your smile kept appearing in their thoughts. A quiet sense of clarity kept filling their heart. Delight in what feels good and honest, and your heart's true hopes will be met. You are the honest hope of their heart, and now that they are finally settling into that truth, they realize it was never about earning your love. It was about becoming ready for it, and now more than ever, they are ready to meet you with maturity, ready to speak honestly, ready to love without fear. So when you see them again, look into their eyes. You will see it there, the truth, the emotion, the transformation, the readiness. You will feel it in the way they hold your hand. No more confusion, no more silence, no more running. Just a calm, steady presence and a love that has finally come full circle. Comment a phrase like, "I welcome real commitment," below if this word feels meant for you. They are choosing you for life because something bigger already chose this path for both of you. You may have thought they forgot. You may have thought they gave up. You may have thought this was simply a story that would not have a happy ending. But behind the scenes, everything was still being written, still being aligned, still being quietly prepared. And now that moment is close, moving steadily toward you, closer than you might think. They have something to say, but it will not just come from their lips. It will come from their heart. From the way their eyes soften when they see you. From the way they speak kindly about you even when you are not around. From the way they have finally stopped pretending, because this love no longer needs to stay hidden. Feels sacred. Feels urgent. Feels real. They will say, "I have always felt it. I just did not know what to do with it, but now I do." They will say, "I thought about you often, and I could not quiet the feeling that kept bringing your name to mind." They will say, "You are the one I want to love for life," and I am not walking away again. And when they say it, you will feel everything at once. The waiting, the wondering, the hard seasons, the quiet tears, the old wounds. But you will also feel something else. The peace of finally knowing your love was never wasted, that your hope was not misplaced, that support was with you the whole time. There is a steady old truth that says you do not always have to fight for good things to come. Sometimes you simply need to stay still and trust. You did not force this moment into being. You stayed grounded in your own truth. You trusted even when it made no logical sense. You held on to hope even when your hands felt like they were shaking. And now that quiet faith is being met with someone coming to you with honesty, love, and real clarity. So do not let fear block this blessing. Do not let old pain cancel out the joy waiting for you now. Do not let what they did not say before rob you of what they are finally ready to say now. Open your heart again. Feel safe this time because they are not running anymore. They are choosing, and it is you. Comment something honest like, "I am ready to receive this love." If your spirit feels a quiet agreement with all of this, they have made their decision, and it feels sacred, and it feels like the beginning of something lasting. Take a slow breath, dear one. Let this moment settle gently into your heart. You were never too much. You were never forgotten. You were simply being prepared for something worth the wait, and it is finally on its way to you. There is something else worth saying before we close this moment together. All the waiting you have done was never wasted time. Every quiet night you wondered if you were overlooked, every moment you questioned if your patience meant anything, every tear you did not let anyone see, all of it was part of a bigger picture being carefully put together. You were not stuck. You were being prepared. And preparation always looks a little like stillness from the outside, even when everything is quietly shifting underneath. Think about every time you almost gave up hope, and something small nudged you to keep believing anyway. A song that played at the right moment. A dream that felt too vivid to ignore. A stranger's kind words that somehow landed exactly when you needed them. None of that was random. Life has a gentle way of leaving little signs along the path. Small reminders that you have not been forgotten. That your story is still being written with care. Dear one, the same steadiness that carried you through the hardest parts of this waiting season is the same steadiness that is now drawing this person back toward you. Their courage did not appear overnight. It grew slowly, quietly, the same way your patience did. And now both of you are arriving at the same place, at the same time, ready for something real. That kind of timing is rarely an accident. If you take nothing else from these words, take this. You are allowed to hope again. You are allowed to open your heart without bracing for disappointment. You are allowed to believe that good things are still coming your way, even after everything you have already been through. Healing does not mean forgetting the hard parts. It means choosing to walk forward with a little more trust than you had yesterday. So however this unfolds for you, whether it happens exactly as these words describe or in its own unique way, hold on to this feeling of quiet hope a little longer. Let it settle into your bones. Let it remind you that you are worthy of steady love, honest love, love that shows up instead of hiding. You were always worth choosing, dear one, and it is finally being reflected back to you. Before you go, take one more slow breath. Place a hand over your heart if that feels comforting. Whisper a quiet thank you for whatever is coming your way, even before you can see it clearly. Gratitude spoken early has a way of softening the path ahead. And if these words truly touch something inside you today, drop one last word below, something simple like grateful. So this circle of connection feels complete. You are seen, you are held, and you are so very ready for what is coming. Amen.